This conference will now be recorded.
In the defect only, we have to see what is severity and priority. Severity and priority means what? So when you file a bug, right, in the bug template, defect template, you need to provide the severity and priority. Severity means how much functionality is affected due to this bug. How much functionality is affected due to this bug. That is called severity. And priority means how quickly you need to, or developer needs to address this bug. They need to fix this bug. That's a priority. Priority means first, so giving a priority to the main important bugs, right? We can give priority for the important bugs, which are having more severity. You'll give high priority. That's what severity and priority means. So both severity and priority are attributes of a defect. So defect, if you are filing, you should provide this severity and priority. So this information is used to determine how quickly a bug should be fixed. That's both severity and priority, both we need to use. A severity of a defect is related to how severe a bug is. Usually the severity is defined in terms of financial loss, damage to environment, company's reputation, loss of life. That's right. So more severe. So for example, if any accident happened, it's very severe, we can call that, right?
Yes.
Or no severity. You can tell that minimal loss means no severity. And main, so it's a little bit loss is there, you can say more severe. So that's the same here also bug. Okay, this bug is damaging our application. This bug is that much damage is doing. So that is called severity. Severity is how severe a bug is, how much functionality is affected due to this bug. That is called severity. And priority is priority of defect is related to how quickly a bug should be fixed and deployed to the live servers, deployed to the environments. How quickly a bug should be fixed. That is called priority. And then once a fix is done, then that defect fix will be deployed to environments. We have different environments, right? Like testing environment, integration environment,
Integration.
staging environment, UAT
System.
environment, production environment. Based on the importance of that bug, how much functionality that is important. So is it, if that bug is not fixed, customer cannot use that feature, then you can say it's a severity is high. So when a defect is of high severity, most likely it will be also a high priority. If the defect severity is high, definitely the priority is going to be high only. Severe means immediately they have to address, right? So that's the same here. That means priority will come automatically to that defect. Likewise, low severity defect will normally have a low priority as well. That's a low severity, low priority bugs are all these things like UI issues, alignment and consistency missing, spelling mistake, very last page, nobody sees that. And the small, right, the buttons are trying to overlap. This kind of no low severe bugs, low priority, they will give. They won't care about them. So that is not going to affect any functionality. Just get look and feel, right? It's not a functionality issue. If functional issue means something is broken, something is not working, then you can give high severity. Although it is recommended to provide both severity and priority when submitting a defect report. Many companies will use just one, normally priority, but so in the bug report you have both severity and priority. So who are filing the bug, So the first one, this is a combination of issue, severity, priority combinations. They will ask, can you give one high severity and high priority bug in your application? They will ask an example of, so can you give a such kind of bug if you filed?
Okay.
So what is this high severity, high priority bug means? This is when major path through the application is broken, major functionality is broken, and later because of this bug, many test cases you are not able to execute, you are blocked. Then you can give high severity, high priority bug. So for example, on an e-commerce website, every customer gets an error message on the booking form and cannot place the orders. The product page throws 500 error response status code. Then what will happen? And you cannot place the order. Mainly customer should place the order, right? And he is not able to place the order. Then immediately you can say it is a high severity, high priority, but we can call that. Okay, this is the high severity, high priority bug means. You can give these examples, okay, don't worry. Or you think some other in your application, whatever the application you are keeping, right?
Yes.
That application, you create your own bug. So nobody will, but make sure it's a high severity. So if that bug is not fixed and you cannot test many features, that's a priority bug.
Okay.
Then high severity, low priority bug. High severity, low priority bug. So this happens when the bug causes major problems. This happens when the bug causes major problems, but it only happens in very rare conditions or situations. But not all the cases it will appear, but only rare conditions you will get this. Major situations you are going fine, but a few conditions, few scenarios, the issue is occurring. Still, the bug is the functionality related, right? That's why you are giving high severity and low priority. For example, customers who use very old browsers cannot continue with their purchase of the product because the number of customers with very old browsers is very low, right? All people are using latest browsers. It's not high priority to fix the issue. They can switch to other browsers and they can access this application. There is an alternative option. That's why they won't consider immediately to fix this bug. Okay, that's it's not a high priority to fix the issue. Yes, you have other option. You can upgrade to latest version, then you can use it. It's not blocking you, but functionality is broken, but it's not blocking you. So that's the high severity, low priority bug. Then high priority, low severity bug. What is that? Next third scenario, high priority, low severity
bug.
This could happen when, for example, the logo or name of the company is not displayed on the website. Logo of the company or name of the company is not displayed on the website. That's a bug, right? So you're developing some application, the logo should be there. And if logo is not there, so it is very important. Even the it's not a functional issue, but it's very, very important. It's very important to fix the issue as soon as possible. It is important to fix the issue as soon as possible, although it may not cause a lot of damage, right? So you have to fix it. Or some spelling mistake is there in the company name. That is also high priority you have to do. But this is unprofessionalism, right? If spelling mistakes are there. So spelling mistakes on the first page, or on the company logo or company name, there is a spelling mistakes or logo is missing. So these are all high priority and low severity. Those are not related to functionality. Just presence is missing. That's this high priority and low severity bug. This kind of things you can clearly tell these examples. Mandatory examples is you give my examples. Okay, you tell spelling mistakes on the main home page, the logo, the company logo, or company name. So then you can immediately tell this is an issue, high priority. So we ask it to fix immediately. So don't worry about no whether you with the bug I didn't test it, but how can I tell? No. So frankly tell, okay, this is the issue. So this is a high priority, low severity bug. So this happened in my application.
Okay,
He
sir.
didn't come and check, right? He didn't come and check. While you're testing, he is asking, and immediately you don't wait. You don't need to wait and so simply say I don't know, and why I didn't test it. And how can I tell these issues? All the issues you create impromptly. Okay, spontaneously you create, nothing will happen. So
Okay, sir.
basically you are addressing, okay, these are the issues came, and we have reported them, and that's what we need to show here. The next last one, low priority, low severity bug. As I mentioned, very low priority, low severity means you don't need to consider that bugs. For cases where the bug doesn't cause any functional issues and it is not affecting anything. So it affects only very small number of customers. Both severity and priority are assigned low. For example, the privacy policy page take a long time to load. Not many people read the privacy policy, right?
Yes.
So loading doesn't affect the customers much. Or for example, on small the button is overlapping, so side by side. So that also doesn't matter. So like this, for example, this buttons, and this is a edit box, and you have a button. It's overlapping like this. It should not overlap, but it is overlapping. So it is overlapping here, both. It's overlapping. It should not overlap. This is a button, but this is edit box. This overlapping should not happen. And this is it's not affecting, right, for you. It's not affecting at all. So that is called our text, just a highlight text is overlapping here. So such kind of things are very low severity and low priority bugs, you can tell that. Or this example also you can give, loading little bit time is taking to load the page, but page is loading without any issue. So that's why low priority, low severity bug you can give. So all these above examples are very important. So that's the thing. Okay, what are the different tracking tools we can use? There are many bug tracking tools. So mainly ALM or a quality center before people used to call, Jira, Bugzilla, Rational ClearQuest, and so these are the Rally, and these are the tools people will use this defect tracking tools. And okay, you're filing a bug. What are the different statuses will be there? Like every project has a life cycle, right? From the beginning to till end. So the project will finish. Again, new feature comes, again starts from the scratch, and then they will release that till the release. So many stages we have: requirements gathering and analysis, design, coding, testing, deployment. So many. This is a life cycle. Same. If you file a bug, what are the different statuses will be there for bug life cycle? That is called bug life cycle or defect life cycle. So defect life cycle helps in handling the defects efficiently, which will help the users to know the status of the defect. Why defect life cycle you need is you can understand to where this defect is and what status it is. So when you start filing the defect, from start filing the defect, first time when you file the defect, what status it will be there, then which status the defect is there. So all these statuses you can find out using this defect life cycle till the close. From when you first file the defect, open state to till close. What are all the different statuses the defect will undergo? So that is called defect life cycle or bug life cycle, we call this. Okay. Now,
Yes.
this is the defect life cycle means. Okay. When you file a bug, it will be in open state. You file a bug, it will be in open state. If the bug is valid, and it will come to this, you can assign to dev team, or in the status will change to to do. It will be in the to do list. To do list means you need to work on that. And then once people start working, you can say in progress. So for example, you file a bug and you assign to me a bug. I am working on that. Then I need to change from, first it will be in the 2D status. It is in the Jira I'm explaining here, okay? Jira bug life cycle. So first it will be in the to-do list. Then it is assigned to you. They ask you to work on this bug. And then so I will change, I started working on that. Then I need to change in progress. That means I started working, I am working on that. It is in progress. Then once it is completed working, and I can say it is fixed or dev completed, then they will move it to testing. So testing it will come. If testing is passed, so you can close the bug. If testing is failed, you can reopen the bug, assign to same developer. If the bug is not valid, so they will make the bug as invalid or duplicate bug, it will be there, because some duplicate bug, when you can mark it as a duplicate is one status. Somebody already filed, again you file now. They will say this is a duplicate of that bug. Already the same bug is there. I don't want to address this bug now. I already addressing that bug. You filed again. So what they will do, they will close this duplicate bugs, and they will close. So mark it as a duplicate, and they will close it. The closed status. So this is the complete bug life cycle. When you file the bug first time, the status of the bug is open.
Okay.
So then in the bug trace meeting will happen, right? In the bug trace meeting, what they will do, they will check if the bug is valid or invalid. If the bug is valid, that means yes.
Yes, development.
Then that will be in the to-do list. To-do list, in his list. In his list, it will be there. In his list, it will be there. Then, so you can, if the developer started working on that, you can make it to in progress. In progress. Okay, so in progress means he is working on that. Then he will
Fix that bug.
So then he will change from in progress to fixed or dev complete. fixed or dev completed. Fixed or dev completed. And once it is dev completed or fixed, and it will move to testing. They will assign to testing, and they will say this bug is in testing. They will move to testing format. Once testing is done, so in the testing, what you will do? Retesting. This is the retesting, right? This is a retesting. If testing is passed, the test case is passed, you will close that bug, the closed status. If test is failed, and the status will change to reopen, you select a reopen, and then you can assign same bug to same developer who fixed that bug.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is the
Okay.
bug life cycle means. And so those are the bug life cycle. And then we have let me show you first Jira. I will explain Jira tool. So what is Jira tool?
Sir, regression testing also done in the testing phase only, sir. Bug life cycle testing phase only.
Regression testing also in the testing phase only, right?
That bug. Okay.
Yeah. Once you completed all the defects and bug fix and test case execution is done and all the bugs you verified, then you will start doing this.
ఇప్పుడు ఆ బగ్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్ లో ఆ టెస్ట్ కేసుకి ఏం చేయం కదా సార్? రిగ్రెషన్ అంటే అక్కడ ఏం చేయం కదా సార్? బయట మన
No. So bug life regression testing, for example, in the bug life cycle lo only retesting you will do.
Okay.
Only retesting. Bug fix it. If it is coming to you, now you need to do retesting, not regression.
Okay, sir.
Only retesting you will do on the failed test cases only, right?
Yes, sir.
Regression testing, when you will do all the fixed bugs you verified.
Verify.
Now you want to confirm one
Any
more.
changes are not.
Other testings are working or not.
Working or not.
Because of this code change, other features are working or not. That you need to confirm.
Regression.
So that is the thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so Jira login. We already have one Jira. So Jira is a bug tracking tool and issue tracking tool also. This is agile process. This is the one of the process we will use. The process to develop the projects will use agile methodology. This is the methodology to develop the projects. Everybody following this agile methodology. So how can you do that? And what this login Jira tool will help us. So you can you can access directly like this with any tool. You can log in and you can continue. So because just a website you have Atlassian. So Atlassian company developed this Jira tool. I'm just explaining Jira tool, right? And see that this is the Jira tool, Jira software, Jira service management, Jira software, Ramesh key automation. So this is the project. We can just just switch to this, and I can add. So this you can create a new project, and let's go to dashboard. I'll explain you to the dashboard. show you the dashboard. So here is the create button. Can you see create button here? If you click on create button, your
Yes. Yes, sir.
template will open to you. Bug template will open to us. So, and here so you'll get like this. So roadmap, and you can say that I can add people. I will add your name also. Then you say first to-do list, then in progress, then review, dev completed, then testing. You can put in testing also. In testing. So then last done. Okay. So this is the how we can do this different. This is a dashboard you will get. I can create a sprint. I can all the you can, if you want to complete this sprint, you can complete this sprint. You can create another sprint. New sprint you can create. Move open issues to new sprint. So I can close this sprint. Right? I can create a new sprint also. Right? So see that there is a stories. Sprint to stories, login user, register reference to the. These are the dev completed, in testing, in progress. I kept some of them here. So you can file a bug. So you can file a bug. For example, if you click on this, create an issue. You can create an issue. See that first project name will be there in the create template. So what will be there? Create template. Some project name you have to choose. Then issue types you have story, task. So these are the things will be there. New feature, and these are the things will be there, and bug also will be there. Bug is a one common. And summary, you have to give a summary. Summary is saying that so unable to register. So I'll just write unable to register to the website. So that's an issue. And I can say simply description. I can all the test case. You have a steps, right? That steps you can write. That steps you can write. So that steps you can write one by one steps. What is the issue? So when I click on register link, those 500 internal server error. So you can tell that. So you click on register link, system throws 500 internal server error. So these are steps you write. Steps you write. What are the steps to reproduce? Steps to reproduce. So this is a bug filing. Also, I'm showing how to file the bug. So once you log in, if you want to file, what you need to do? Click on create. Then choose your project. Then issue type. It is a bug or task. What is the difference between bug and task? Bug means the issue in the application. Task means I'm giving a task for you. What is the task? Create a test cases for the particular feature. That's a task for you.
Okay.
Story means requirement. User story. It's a requirement.
But task requirement దీని కిందకి ఎలా వస్తాయి సార్ ఇది మామూలుగా బగ్ ట్రాకింగ్ టూల్
You can create anything. You can create a task, you can create a bug, you can create a user story, anything.
Okay.
So the bug means this red color it will show. So I'll show you after filing this, okay?
Okay.
And user story means you will get a green color. So I'll show you that. So first, open the application. You give the URL, some URLs, okay? Some URL you give. HTTPS. So domain name .com. So like this you can give. Okay. Second step you can give. Click on. So click on
register button.
Sign up or register. Okay, register. So whatever it is.
Okay.
Register link. That's it. When you click on register, it is boom, it's blast. So it is broken. So immediately you can say actual result. So this actual result you will get in the test case, right? You while testing time itself, you got this issue. Then same test case document inside steps only you're writing here. And the actual result. What is the actual result? System throws 500 internal server error when clicked on
registration.
Register link. That's it. And expected result. Expected result is registration page should display. Registration page should display. So then you can see here, assignee, another field you need to assign to developer. So all the developer names will be there. When you click on this, the developer names will be shown here. Okay. So all the developer names will show. You can assign to that particular developer. Okay. Make sure you select that person name. That's assign. Labels. So which page this is? Registration page. Or some labels they will give. Okay. Or sprint 2. So they can say sprint 2 functional testing. You can give like this. So sprint 2 functional. So that's a one label. Okay. So then sprint. You can select the sprint. RAM sprint 2. That's a second sprint. Which sprint you are testing this? Sprint is nothing but a release by release. Okay. Release by release and new features. Then reporter your name will come and you can attach the any screenshots. Screenshot you can take and you can attach here. Linked issues. You can link. So the link is, so this is blocking any, so this issue is blocking any functionality is blocked by, and clones is cloned, relates to, you can say relates to this, and you can give which issue, this issue belongs to which use case, which requirement, that requirement number you can give here, or the sprint user story number you can give here. User story is nothing but a small functionality, small requirement. Okay. Okay. Like login, one user story they will create. I'll show you how to create a user story also. Okay. Okay. So this is how to file a bug. Then click on create. So bug will be created. See that the bug is created, and you can see here ROM10 unable to register to the website. This is the bug. So the red color is there, right? This is a bug. And so we already log in, user is done. This is the story, user story, the green color. This is a user story. So, and then I'll create a one user story. Again, go here. So you can choose issue type here as story. So this is all created by business analyst or product owner. You don't need to worry about it. They will give this user story number. They will give. They will ask to create a test cases. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to create a user story. That is, we have user stories. Manual testing. The requirement document. So charge customer. Charge customer. This user story is not there, right? And we have on the top place order is there. Place order by sales agent. We have this. Place order by place order is not okay. This will do. Charge the customer. Charge the customer. And give all this requirements, all this you can explain here. So these are all the things you explain here. Charge the customer, right? And you can write all these things you can explain.
Okay.
So now this document won't be there, okay? This document again it won't be there. So only one user story only they will create. They won't create all use case name and summary. They will create only one, not all.
Okay, sir.
Again, this document won't be there. If you create a user story, they will create only one. So alternative flows, preconditions,
Conditions.
and post conditions,
Business rules.
business rules. This is the one now I will assign to you. So I'll create your name and I'll assign to you. Okay, later I'll assign to you. So labels is and bill customer. New label. You can create a new labels also. And sprint, this current sprint or next sprint, whatever it is. Future
Okay.
sprint. Story points, how many story points you need to give. That means story points is nothing but the estimation. How much time it will take for the development and testing both. That number of days of the story points you have to give. This is the story points. So I'll give 5 story points. And so any documents are there, you upload documents, then click on create. That's it. Now this is the story is created here. Story is created here. Story is created. See, charge customer. So that's like that. And I will assign a task to you. Let's create another task for you. Right? I'm creating a task for you. What is the task? So I'll create a task. Create test cases. Create test cases for place order functionality.
Functionality.
So I'll just say create test cases for place and order functionality. Place and order
Functionality.
here. Place and order, many are there, right? So we
Yes.
can understand place order by sales agent, place order by customer, place order by customer. We have to be very clear. Place order by customer,
Custom.
place order by customer functionality, right? So then you can create a test cases. So this is how you can create a task. So task is another 12th is created. So it will come here, right? Just to show. Here it is showing. Create test case for place order, but we didn't mention why it is coming to under backlog is I didn't mention the so which sprint you want to take it up. So details, this is a detail space, RAM 12. So you can clone, you can export, you can configure, you can move this issue to the detail space. So basically, this is the detail space. Another page, this is the detail space. I can assign story points. Maybe you need a 2 days, you can finish it. I'll write 2 story points, 2 or 1 story point. One I'll give. Maximum you need one day is enough for us. or 2 days. So I'll give it 2 story points. You need to tell clearly which story points RAM sprint 2. I'll give sprint 2. Then it will this will move to now you go to dashboard. So this is the dashboard. Now this is moved. This is going to move to this sprint 2. I refresh. That will come and show here. See that is it's coming in the current active sprint. The active sprint will show. This is the active sprint.
Yes.
So this is the active sprint, and this is the backlog. Backlog means you will previous sprint you haven't finished and it is coming back here. That's a backlog means. And here the current sprint 9 issues are there. So login user is already there in this. Again, you can you don't need go to sprint and register user also on sprint. Place an order also from sprint. So now all is coming here. Again, we created the use cases were duplicate. So maybe you can delete this because it's already duplicate, right? You can delete. So it's a duplicate. You can delete it. So register user also duplicate. You can delete it. This is the Jira tool, how it will be there. Your project name, and then you can see all login user, register preferences, place order for particular product, and by customer. This one is there already. So this is the bugs. Bugs will be in the red color, right?
Yes. Yes.
Customer place order is there already. So we can delete this also. And like this, you can have all the people and the names. See, and the names. So I'll give you the names, different names. I'll add people. Let me add your name. So I'll add your email address, right? Suri, and you'll get a mail also. You'll get a mail also.
Okay, sir. ఇది బోత్ డెవలప్మెంట్ టీమ్ కూడా యూస్ చేస్తుంది సార్, వాళ్ళు కూడా అసైన్ చేయాలి సేమ్
development and testing, both people. So because this is a development and testing people dashboard is this one. Both people dashboard, this one. See that your name also will show here now. See that now in the current to do, in progress, review, dev completed, and then testing done. So this is the complete statuses. So we haven't started the sprint. So go to backlog and we can start. We can start the sprint. So we can start the sprint. So, and you haven't started a sprint, you can not do anything on your code because you haven't started a sprint yet. Go to the backlog to plan and start a sprint. Let's go to backlog and you have option here, start sprint, start a sprint. That means today we are starting. So that time, so this is the strategy. This is all done by the project manager or scrum master will be there. They will do this. You don't need to worry. Okay. So 2 weeks duration. So today 18, right? Start date, and the end date when? And February 2nd, this sprint will end. That means by this time, you need to finish all these features, so your test cases, so and executing this test case on the build, you have to do one by one. So that's a complete sprint planning, how it will happen. Now see, the sprint is started. See that the sprint is RAM sprint 2. Now in the sprint 2 we have, so create test case for RAM1, RAM test case, because this is the I assigned to some person, and you see you have a unable to place the order for product 1, unable to register. This today we filed, right? This bug.
Yes.
And charge customer. This is the
Charge
test.
customer, sir.
So I will assign this to you. I'll assign this to you. So let's see. I'll assign. So I'll go to this bug. This bug I'll assign. Your name will appear here.
Okay, sir.
Lakshmi. So I'll assign to you. So you create a test cases now. Where you can create a test case, you can log into this website, and you can see this all these projects. So you can log in and you can see, and this is the task I have given to you. The task. This is the task. So this is the task. Assigned a task to you. So attach anything is there. I can attach. I can see. This is the task. So the task you need to perform. Create a test cases. You create a test cases. So this is the task number. This RAM 12, and you can add a child issue, link issue, and you can see a lot of things. You can add anything if you want. So this is the how you can see the user. This is the story. This is the story. A task I have given. Not story. Task. This is a task. Sorry. This is a task.
Okay, sir.
Not
Okay,
story. Story means a functionality, right?
functionality, small.
This is a functionality. So like this story means a functionality. This is a story. So green color is there, right? The green color,
Yes,
like this. So these are the stories. So stories, who will work? The developers will work.
Developer.
And that story, everybody read by all the stories. Everybody read by stories. And what they will do, for example, tomorrow he is working on this. So some developer, I'll assign to some developer. Suppose, so this login user and register user, I'll assign to some tester. So login user, right? I can open this, copy issue link. I'll go to new. I'll assign to some developer. Okay, I'll assign like this. So all the test cases, right? This is the requirements. You need to read these requirements. You need to file the. You need to write a test cases. So that is your job. But as a developer, what you will do? I'll assign to particular developer first. So let me assign. Unassigned means not assigned to anybody. So I'll assign to this guy, or I'll assign to Sarita. Sarita is a developer. Just think, Sarita is a developer,
Okay.
and she started working on that. On this login user feature, she started working on that. And then, so another one, register user also. I'll assign to one more person. So I'll assign to another person. Who is that? Let's assign to another developer. Maybe I'll assign to Lavanya. Okay, Lavanya Reddy I'll assign. And you are my tester now. You are my tester, and I'm assigning. I have two developers. I am the manager. Just think, I am the manager. I'm assigning the task to that particular person. So task I will assign to particular person. Now this guy will work on this. Lavanya will work on this registered user development.
Yes.
So that's what it is going to, how it is going to happen real time. So this is the same dashboard. Can you see in the to-do list how many are there and the people? And you can click on this Ramesh. How many use? If I click Ramesh, so any issues are there for Ramesh? So no issues. And you can see Lavanya has a registered user and this bug. These two bugs are under Lavanya.
Okay.
So Lavanya has to work on this. Next, Sarita developer, right? Another developer. Sarita is a login user and register, but we'll delete login user. We don't want. So two things we don't want to give for the same person, right? So we assign.
Yes.
Now registered user, one bug is there.
One bug is.
Okay. Now they started working. So they started work. What they will do, and they will move. And for you, I assigned one. So what I assigned for you?
Test cases
so
for the place.
test cases. So 5, why it is showing 5? Okay, 3 of 5. Okay, maybe You have to create a test case for this register. You are unable to place the order for it is filed by you only. So unable to place, and you need to create a test cases, but your one is not showing. And I assigned the sprint. Let's see. So create test cases. This in RAM sprint 2. RAM 12. It should show here, right? RAM 12. RAM 12. It should show. Why it is not showing? Okay. So I'll take up all the people. So I'll search. So Lakshmi. Complete board will load. Then we'll see one by one person. It is a board. It will show you who has how many tasks as it will show. Yeah, now it is showing. See that? Create task cases. So this if you are started working, you just move here.
Okay, in process. In progress.
Yes. Are you completed? Just move it to review.
Review.
So then you are done, and you so your work is done here, and you can close this. You can move it to done. So your task is done. Review also done. They given something, and you can move it to done. Maybe tomorrow you are done. So you can move it to done. So automatically the status will change here. You can see. You can go there, and the status will change. So refresh it. That's done. You can change review in review, and you can close. The status is changing. Status is changing. First it was in to do, then in progress, now in review. Then you can close it. You can close also now. See, done. You can change it to done. So these are the different statuses in the Jira tool.
Okay, sir.
So what is a Jira? A Jira is a bug tracking or issue tracking tool. It's a project management tool, and it is used to handle the tasks, and you can create a bugs, you can track the defects, you can see the requirements in form of user stories, epics. What is user story? I'll explain you user story, epic, all these things in the when it comes to Agile methodology. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Agile methodology I'll explain. But this is the very important. Understand how to file the file. No, don't worry. You log in. So can you check? Are you able to log in? So I'll ping you this URL. I'll ping
Okay,
you
sir.
this URL. Just check. I'm pinging you here. Just check whether you're able to log in or not, so that it will be easy for you. You can file random bugs, whatever the bugs you want. Okay, and give
Okay,
a
sir.
screenshots and clear a description you do. Even the bug is not there, also you practice.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Can you open this
Open.
URL
I'm open.
in the chat?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Then.
You log in. You log in.
With my email ID, yes.
Yeah, with your email.
One minute, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you able to log in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you able to see this sprints and everything dashboard? You go to board on the left side. You can see the
Dashboard.
MSQ online next generation shifting software project and
This filters dashboard more like.
dashboard. Just on the top you have a projects filters dashboard, right? Click on
Yes.
dashboards. Then on the left
Yeah.
side you can see this roadmap backlog board. Just click on board. Then you can see sprint 2 and all the names it will show for you.
1 minute. It's dashboard. Create dashboard ఉంటుంది సార్.
No, you should not create dashboard. There is a left panel, right? Can you see here? First click on dashboards, okay? Then can you see there is a board on the left panel? This is the left panel.
1 minute.
Otherwise, can you share your screen so I'll help you?
1 minute. How to share the screen, sir?
Let me give a presenter to you. Yeah, I have given presenter to you. You have now you will get an option, share my screen. Did you see share screen?
No, sir. 1 minute.
Screen or share button, something you will get. It will pop you automatically. Not able to get?
No, sir. 1 minute. Where it is available?
In your screen, you are not able to find anywhere share option.
No, it's audience who present contact is. It's
Share my screen option is there, is not there. You will get a window. You will get a window. Let me take back and I'll give it back. Share option you will get. So I'm giving you again, just watch carefully. You will get a, I'm making you presenter. Immediately you will get a share option. One share option. Not able to see?
sir, not able to see. 1 minute. 1 minute, sir. I'm not able to see.
You didn't get any pop-up? You didn't get
No,
any pop-up?
No, sir. I didn't get.
There will be share option. You will get a share button will be there. Share screen option will be there. Can you see that? Share screen option.
No, sir. 1 minute, sir. I'm checking.
Not able to find out?
No, sir. I'm checking. They're giving to me.
Okay. or otherwise you are not able to see these links, you are not able to see at all these links. Can you see my screen? So can you click on dashboard? Okay, you click on the dashboard, right?
Okay, sir. View all dash. I click on view all dashboards.
View all dashboards, you clicked on that. Okay, now
Okay.
so select the default dashboard,
Yes, sir.
or you go to projects. You go to projects, Ramesh QA Online, you select
Okay.
projects, Ramesh QA Online. Select projects.
1 minute, sir. I'm okay.
Select projects. You see Ramesh QA Online, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you clicked on that, then you are able to see these things.
1 minute. Sir. I
After
select
clicking, what
projects,
you are
sir.
getting? Projects. On the top there is a projects. So are you able to click projects?
1 minute, sir.
So like this project
First
name.
I clicked default dashboard.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. So on the top you have projects.
Yes, sir. View all projects.
So view all projects. No, the recent project name you are not seeing. Ramesh QA
Yes,
Online.
sir. I got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
No, I
click
got
on
it.
that.
Yes, sir. I know.
Click on that.
Yes, sir.
So if you click, then you will see this view automatically.
Yes,
By
sir.
default, you
Yes,
see
sir.
Ramesh Sprint 2.
Yes, sir. And now I'm seeing.
This is all the statuses you can find out. This is the Jira dashboard, we call this. The sprint dashboard. You are in the currently sprint 2.
Okay, sir. Sure.
So this sprint, and you keep on working. I am just moving back. You try to move this test cases. So create test case for so this one, right? I'll move. I have moved this test case. I'll move it to the review, right? In to-do
Okay.
list. I'll keep it in to-do list. You move. Then you will get an idea.
Okay, sir. 1 minute.
Otherwise, you won't get an idea. So, and it will be in to-do list. So you move the test cases and write a comments. So you can write the comments also. Today I have finished these many test cases. You can write the comments also, right? So like
Okay,
this.
sir.
So play around with this, and then if you have any queries, and come back tomorrow. We'll see that.
Okay,
This is
sir.
all about how to file the bug, how to create a Jira, and how to see this particular test case I have given, right? You go to the requirements.
Okay.
So I have given unable to what requirements I have given to you. The what is the task? The task
Test
I will
cases for
create test cases for
place order.
place order. Now place order functionality you have the functionality you have here.
Okay.
Bill customer or place order. Place order is there already. Place order requirements. So place order is not there, and you go to backlog. If it is in the backlog, so you can let me move that place order. Yeah, it is in the backlog. So in testing, in sprint 2, it is in testing. So that means we have to go to sprint 2. So I'll move it to to-do list. To-do list. Then it will show for us in the dashboard. Place order. You can see place order.
Okay, sir.
So here you have you can go and read this all the requirements.
Okay, sir.
Go and read all the requirements. See that all the requirements are here. You read and try to write the test case also.
Okay, sir.
And so today developed the test case for place order. I'm deleting all this. You can try this all these things.
Okay, sir. Sure. Sir.
So like that we need to write the test cases. Try writing some test cases, then we can see how it moves all the things. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If you have any doubts, and come back.
ఓకే సార్ షూర్
Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ
Tomorrow